Ludicrous Feed is proudly sponsored by My Car, Tyre and Auto, Carloop, data to empower Australia's EV revolution, and Hankook, driving emotion. Hello everyone, I'm Tom, this is Joy.
Hello.
And you may have seen that we have taken delivery of an Xpeng G6 here in Sydney, Australia. Xpeng have very kindly given us one for an indefinite period to review and test and tell you guys what it's like to own one. But because of that, we have actually sold our 2023 Tesla Model Y rear-wheel drive. We had that for 2 years. We've paid 2 years worth of rego, or registration, for those who don't know, or road tax in other countries. But we sold that because there's no space in our house to house that many cars. Like that car, the Xpeng, the Seal, the press cars, it's just too many. So I had to sell it, right? So I've sold it on Carsales. I listed it on Sunday, literally like 5 days ago, and it was sold within 24 hours. The deal was done within 24 hours. The money was paid within the next day, and it's gone now. I've disposed of it through Service New South Wales, and I've handed the car over via the Tesla app to the new owner. So congratulations, you know who you are. Thanks for buying our car. So I sold it for $44,500. Okay, so let's get the depreciation out of the way. We bought this car, dug up the invoice, $73,000 drive away. So we're looking at 40% depreciation on the original price.
And that was brand new.
Brand new, yep.
So I have actually had 3 brand new cars then. Well, no, 2 brand new cars. The 3 and the Y. They're the only brand new cars I've ever had.
Yep, true.
Yeah.
If you compare that to the new Tesla Model Y pricing, which is $64,000 drive away, I'm looking at right now in New South Wales. That's for white, admittedly, but let's just say ballpark figure. You're looking at about 30% depreciation. So 30% on the new Y, 40% on the previous pricing. And don't forget, 2 years ago, Tesla's pricing was wild. It was up and down, fluctuating every other week, right?
You also have to remember, 2 years ago, there was really not many other options on the market in terms of other cars.
SUVs, yeah.
Yeah, or
SUVs.
just,
Yeah, so that's why Tesla did that, because they were the only dog in town, right? They were like shifting prices, made people upset.
But I mean, it's amazing how much things have changed in 2 years.
So much, yeah. And good, it's good for us consumers, actually. So that's depreciation. I'm happy with the price. Look, you know, we just wanted to dispose it, and as long as the buyer's happy, I'm happy. I'm all for the market, right? So that's the price. It is what it is, right? I don't want to feel anyone got ripped off in this transaction. So as I said, I listed the car on Carsales, and I think the key to the Carsales pricing and just any used cars is just being realistic with the pricing. So you have to do your research first as the seller and the buyer, of course. But as a seller, you've got to do your research as well. You have to know what the market price is. Use tools like Redbook, independent pricing, and also Carsales will tell you whether your price is within like market range or whether it's too high or too low. And also look at the other listings in your area. So I looked at Sydney Model Y pricing, and then I sort of undercut everyone, right? So it got everyone's attention. It's just a simple strategy, right? So that's pricing, really important. That's everything. The second thing is photos. So I made sure I took really good photos, and Joy helped me out with that. We cleaned the car, made sure it was nice and clean, inside and out, gave it a vacuum. Take everything out as much as you can, so it looks like a stock car again. Doesn't look like your car as much as you can. And then include stuff that you want to sell to the buyer. So accessories, maybe wheel caps, whatever. And then just take nice photos with your smartphone. Take 3/4 shots, all 4 angles, sides, front, top, all the boot space, floor, everything. So I think that's important. Upload a video if you want, but I think at least 10 to 15 photos is important. You don't have to give too many details on specs because Carsales does that for you. It lists you all the specs for that stock car. But I think personal comments is important as well. So I told the buyers why we were selling the car. I was honest, I think. I said, here we go, selling our Tesla Model Y in blue due to a change in personal circumstance. Taking delivery of a new vehicle, unfortunately don't have the space to keep them both. So as you know on the channel, we're very honest, and I want to be honest as well. I must admit, I used ChatGPT to exercise this little comment section, but I had prompts like, say we're selling because of this reason, and say it's clean and all that, just dot points, and ChatGPT will spit it out. So that was quite good. Yeah, like I said, deal was done within 24 hours, sold and delivered and everything, but by today. So within 4 days, the deal was done, and the Y is now gone. So yeah, how do you feel? No longer a Tesla owner?
Yeah, it's weird. I really, it's interesting because I think I really enjoyed driving the Model 3, except for the fact that it was too low to ground, but that was actually kind of harder fun because it could just zip off. And yeah, I will say I do look back very fondly on the delivery of the Model 3. Firstly, because A, it was my very first brand new car. And B, it was like an electric car. That was very novel at the time. So then moving into the Y, it was like the 3 but higher up, which was like the main thing that I just like being higher up. But it was just a good, sensible car.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like, you know, a car that you gush over, but it's like a reliable, sensible car that I felt safe in,
Yes.
which is really important, and that I felt comfortable driving the kids around to everything they needed to go to.
It was a good family vehicle. It was our workhorse for like 2 years. So
Yeah.
we were very fond of it.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, I would actually sit in it a lot to do work as well. If I'm, you know, if the kids are at their extracurricular activities and things, I'd be sitting in the car doing work. And it's comfy and yeah, but safe. I think that's the main thing. Like for me, a car has to be like safe, and I know with the Tesla like tech and all that it is like a safe car.
It was.
So yeah, like I wouldn't say I'm sad to see it go, because I don't get attached to cars that way. I know people do get attached to cars, but for me, a car it's kind of like just like a big iPhone. Like it's just like a, you know, it's just something that you use. So I want it to be safe and reliable, but I don't really kind of attach that sort of like personality and everything to it. But yeah, I mean, I did take some sort of like goodbye photos of, yeah, it's like the KonMari thing, right? Like you thank it for its service and then off it goes to, yeah, serve someone else. And yeah, and it will, because I think it's still a fabulous car.
Yeah.
If anything, I still think it's got some of the benefits over actually the new Model Y because of the
gear selector.
Yes. I'm not sure. I honestly am not sure whether I would cope with having to do this.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
Especially like not in an emergency, but you know what I mean. Like when you're under pressure, I would be like flicking everything but this.
Yeah. We did do that test day with the Y, and it worked reasonably well.
It was okay, but not under pressure.
We were just
not
relaxed.
under that kind of, you know,
True.
if you need it, you need it. So I think that's where actually, like the older generation Model Y, might actually serve better.
It's funny, like you say people don't get attached to cars, but I think there's some sentimentality, because I remember the kids when I was a kid, like the cars that we had. I think the kids will probably remember the cars that we have, right, more so than us, because they grew up in it. You know, they're driven around in it, and a lot of the photos, the cars appear in our family photos too, just by naturally, because we're going on a road trip or take a photo next to the car, whatever reason. So, yeah, I mean, I can see both sides of the story. I'll also run through how you dispose of it too. So on the app, you can actually transfer ownership to another person, and it's a lot of security steps as well. So you have to, I think, take a photo of the disposal notice, and you got to prove your identity. So you can't just do it willy-nilly. Tesla, obviously, make sure it's safe and secure. And also, Service New South Wales, our local authority here, you can dispose the vehicle online as well, which is great. You don't have to submit a paper form anymore, which is really good.
Which is good. Like you don't need to go to you don't have to go to a dealer to sell your car these days. Like, I guess like with Carsales, they help you through the process of how to sell the car, and then Tesla walk you through the process of how to hand over the car.
Yeah.
And then Service New South Wales as well, like kind of tells you step by step what you need to do, which is nice, right?
It's
like
good.
It's not kind of like the wild old days where I think you really did kind of have to either go to a dealer or what it's like just like cash transactions back in the day,
paper bag, briefcase.
It's like, wow.
Yeah.
So
it's still risky, but I think you just have to be smart about it. Like, obviously the money didn't transfer straight away for the new buyer. So what we did was like, I added him as a driver, and he kept the car. So we kind of had leverage on each other in some ways, right? So he had my car, but like it wasn't his car yet, and obviously I was waiting for the money to come through. So there are ways around it, or you can put a deposit just to make sure that he or she is the buyer. So yeah. Anyway, it's sold. Yeah, maybe in the comment section, let us know how you've sold your used cars if you've done it that way. And Carsales is pretty cheap. I think I paid $280 or something just to have the listing up. I just had the most basic listing, not the premium one. So that's it. That's the Model Y gone, and a new chapter for the channel with the Xpeng G6. So stay tuned. The BYD Seal I'm also selling as well. I think we are close to sealing the deal with that one too. So there'll be a separate video coming for that to show how I sold that as well. That took a little bit more work because there just isn't as much demand for the Seal as there is for the Tesla Model Y, just naturally. Final thoughts?
No, it was a very, very good, sensible, reliable car, and it had all the tech and gizmos. I have to say though, I've gone from a car where I have to do this to get the air conditioning to another car where I do this to.
You should try the voice prompts more. Let's see if they work.
Maybe. Yeah. I just.
You want the vents?
I want the manual vents.
Yeah, it's coming. The new G6 Brown has got manual vents.
Actually, the new Tesla doesn't have.
Still doesn't.
I mean, yeah, you got to flick with the screen. That would go manual vents if you've got to do this with the screen. I know I harp on about that, and I'm sure all of you who are currently driving a new Model Y will be like, it's really not that bad. It's really not that bad.
Look, if you got used to it, great. I'm happy for you. Yeah, you do you. All right, well, that's it from myself and Joy on Ludicrous Feed. Until the next video, it's happy charging.